What's up, guys? It's Frank here with the lower semifinals, the lower bracket semifinals, excuse me, of Discovery Cup number 3 between DouDouuu. So I typed this into Google Translate, and DouDouuu is how Google Translate pronounces DOU space DOU. So I'm not saying DouDouuu to be immature and giggle at myself, even though that's what I was going to do anyway. Versus our Vanguard player, Mokry, who was doing a decent job being annoying with his dog over here, taking up the precious time of those two imps. Now the dog is just chilling, not getting a cabbage. I like this wall, by the way. Mokry throwing up a wall, doesn't want to be disturbed, but I think he's got the advantage here when it comes to pumping out army units. Alright, we already see a couple of brutes out. Do you really want your Hexen to be the front line? Do you really want your Hexen being the thing that tanks all the damage? I guess so, because we're not throwing down an effigy. There we go. Switch back a little bit. Now the damage is getting spread out a little bit more. Love to see it. Perfect. Perfect. In the words of Street Fighter. Yeah, got three fiends, kept his brutes alive. Hexen didn't take a vacation on Shroud to regenerate white health, which is fine. It's fine. Who was it that was giving me grief about that? By the way, like that's the thing that I always say that I don't intend to say is it's fine. It's fine. In Spanish, I always say "no te preocupes" a lot. Don't worry yourself. It'll be okay. JXP. I've been watching too much JXP. A lot of that "no worries" attitude has really I don't know, really embraced it. And again, no effigy. No, you need ward health on your brutes. They're gonna take too much damage. Oh, and that one does split. That's too bad. See? Fighting on Shroud is a lot better than fighting off Shroud. And DouDouuu tends not to build effigies on this stuff. Uh-oh, these fiends might be able to get... Okay, they do get the dog. They could get a Lancer, though, too. They could get that Lancer! Oh, my goodness. Getting that single Lancer would have been quite the get. Would have been quite spicy indeed. Okay, I'm getting an update from chat here, who is full of knowers. The guys in the chat are definitely the best, most reliable source for academic information here. We're saying that Mokry means wet in Polish. So, no, I'm not saying that out loud, Delaris. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that out loud. You can... Anyone who wants to read the very highbrow, you know, practically Shakespearean humor that is the Delaris commentary in chat. You can come by the stream, but I'm not reading that one out loud. Stompy Boy comes forward and says, "Hey, nice exos, nerd. It'd be a shame if someone stomped all over them." The next Stompy Boy comes forward and is just going to start doing damage to the Lancers, which is great, actually. He does bonus damage to the Lancers. No! He's still fighting off a Shroud! Oh my gosh. Control Q, my brother in Christ. Control Q, and that way your very high HP, very expensive, stompy dinosaur lizard shark thing can regenerate a lot of white health and be very hard to kill for your opponent. But I love this SimCity. Check this out, yeah, look at these tight spaces that no Brute and no Magmadon will ever fit through. So imagine keeping a squad of Exos right here or in the trenches. That's super good. And here we see another effigy not being thrown down, and all the gaunts getting completely wiped out by the Lancers. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire army gone right there. Not that the effigy would have helped all that much. Reaper's Rush might have helped, actually. You know what else I don't see that I would have expected to see more of these days is, all right. So quick draw hustle is mandatory basically in every game for a Vanguard player, but I don't see kinetic redirection happening as much anymore. And kinetic redirection, the boost to DPS that you get from the attack speed boost after the Lancers get hit enough is pretty good. Like it's worth doing like all that extra damage. If your Lancers are going to be at the front line anyway, just tanking and tanking and tanking, they might as well do bonus damage while they're at it. That, and it's like an anti-kite mechanic where every time if your opponent tries to kite you with like exos or whatever, then you just get faster and faster every time your Lancer gets hit. I think kinetic redirection is really good. Medtechs are interesting in this matchup. I hope Infernals come, like, I hope they get a mechanical unit eventually so that the Medtech's Nano Swarm isn't just completely impotent against them. But then again, if you're going against Infernals, like, you can always go mech and then throw down a bunch of Nano Swarms on your own Hedgehogs or Vulcans or whatever, and use it that way. And Infernals have no way to cleanse a buff off of you like the absolutely insane Purify the Celestials get. So really, the defensive Nano Swarms are still a good idea for Medtechs. I don't know. Offensive Nano Swarms not being a thing in the VvI matchup feels a little strange, but so be it. Poor Felhogs. The most ancient of Felhogs reaches a ripe old age of, I believe, 90 seconds, and then keels over and turns into Felhog sausage later on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is he going to see... Okay, so he sees the Shroud. He's going to be jumping on top of this third, and a single Shroud Stone and a Meat Farm do not an effective defense make. Gaunts are going to come forward. Oh, and the Felhogs sacrificed what they could. Oh, no. Shields Up is used on a Lancer, which is fine. It's actually soaking so much damage while the rest of the Vanguard force can sit back and do not much else. Oh, no. One of the Exos actually dies from that Nightfall Infestation. You don't see that every day. Alright, and both boxers are going to go back to their corners here. We're going to see another Meat Farm with Shroud Stone, because that was like a surprisingly effective defense to buy time for DouDouu's army to come forward and shoo away the rest of that Vanguard force. Alright, Mokry coming on forward to get the Luminite camp. Really just bursting absolutely everything down inside of this camp because Exos do... What's the damage again? The BR-15. I love it. Already does 15 damage plus 3 against heavy, so 20 damage per hit against a heavy unit is pretty good. Pretty good. Do they still have the little... Yeah. I think the antennas still wiggle a little bit when they run, too. They lean forward. That's interesting. Yeah, they like... It's kind of like cattails. I don't know if you got, like, if there's enough people on the internet that know what a cattail is, if you've been to, like, a pond or a lake or something. Oh, here comes the evac drop of Exos and a Lancer and a Medtech, which is pretty cool. Everything taking too much damage, though. Single Exo is taken out. The Super Stone gets popped, though. And now DouDouuu is down to 4 Animus. Oh, no! The absolute destruction of that evac. Drop denied. Woo, lordy. Woo, boy. No, it said get that on out of here. Another, ooh, Sentinel's out now, and he gets instantly infested with stuff. I think moving the Sentinel around with the rest of your army is bad news bears. It's just a little bit too quick to stay out of danger. Medtech's doing their best to heal everything up, and they do a pretty good job of it. Oh, the triple Shroud Stone is a spicy combination, though. There we... Okay, now we see the Lancers. They have kinetic redirection on, but that nerf to their health is certainly showing. No! Sentinel gets taken out. The Stompy Boys are pretty low on health, but there's enough fiends to chase away the Exos, and yeah, this is that Heart of the Swarm cinematic where like the Marines are just getting overrun by Zerglings. But not anymore because all the Fiends are dead. Yeah, and if they slow down to turn around and like shoot, then the Hellborn just launch shots at them. First helicarrier comes out, juicy connections! Big money, big money, big money! Nice hits there. I like seeing that little swath of blood. That marks the passage of a good helicarrier bombing run. Oh no, Single Bob's gonna try to build a sentry post here. Good luck, dude. Shields up, goes down on top of that helicarrier, and will he have enough time to get another bombing run ready? Perhaps, but I think DouDouuu has learned his lesson. He's like, you know what? I don't need this noise. I don't want that nonsense in my life. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna rethink what he's gonna do, and he's probably gonna build a ton of Shadow Flyers. DouDouuu loves his Shadow Flyers. Who doesn't love a good Shadow Flyer? Speaking of, there's the flappy, flappy eyeball boys. Another couple of helicarriers coming on out. Yeah, this could be actually devastating for DouDouu's army now. Taking on a level 2 camp is, I guess it's alright. Yeah, he's not getting, there's no aggression coming anytime soon, but right as I say that, okay, the Vision camp got taken. All of these helicarriers got scouted, by the way. And I wonder, yeah, is Mokry really going to try to be cheeky and sneaky and grab the, grab like a worker line or something with these helicarriers? There's no way, right? But actually, DouDouuu should know that if the helicarriers were migrating south for the winter, then that gives him license to come take this third, which has no defenses. There's literally nothing defending it. Go, just kill it. Just kill it. DouDouuu, I know you can. Si se puede. There we go. Okay. The one Hellborn shot comes over. Yep, bring your Magmadon over onto Avenue of Retreat. And then Mokry's got to, yeah, he's got to either attack or defend or do something. You gotta, oh no, terrible connections. Well, I mean, there's one Shroud Stone that goes down, a Super Stone goes down though. Is he gonna be able to out TPS a, he does manage to like kill a Lancer, and all these Imps manage to leave as well. But now it's DouDouuu, it's Return of the DouDouuu. As he's coming back south to meet up with these helicarriers and be like, look, I've got Flappy boys. Oh no, Flap's back on the menu, boys. Stomps on forward. Getting good connections on a bunch of the med techs. Does have the stun stomps out. So many guns. Yep, the Flappy boys connect and they obliterate one of the helicarriers. Another one gets infested. You do see the defensive Nano Swarm on it though, so it's going to be healing up. That map-wide Shroud spell gets popped, so all these guys are going to be on Shroud no matter where they go for 30 whole seconds. We see Survival Protocol popping on the Exos as they take lethal damage, but yeah, Mokry GG's out. His army just folding under the Infernal Stomps and Infestations. GG's, guys. DouDouu's going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3. Alright guys, here we are in game number 2 between Mokry and DouDouuu. Mokry using 3 Bobs to build this, to overcharge build a command post. And yeah, both players just taking their natural, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Very far forward barracks actually, I do like that. But I don't know. I always wonder about the reinforced potential for Vanguard players, or for, I mean, basically non-Infernal players. If they need to react to like an attack that's going on at home really quickly, how do they do that and not worry about like production times? I guess like just always keeping something in production is the way to do it, but you don't want to queue up too many things in production. Otherwise, that's just money tied up that's not being used for anything useful right now. But I guess it makes sense if you've already got a ton of production structures and nothing else going on. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, couple of brutes and a hexen. Is he going to pull his hexen back? Nope. He's going to aggro 2 slimes and not throw an effigy down. Once again. Oh my gosh. DouDouuu, we're going to have some words, brother. Still comes out of that with 3 fiends and 2 brutes, though, so it's hard to argue with that. But again, not having white health. Personally, I also like to throw down a perma effigy. Well, it's like 50-50 if I throw down a perma effigy or not on the camps. It does cost a little bit of extra animus that you might want later on for a superstone or Hellspawn Resurgence or something like that. But just having... Oh, no way does that dog live. Insane. But it is nice, like, being able to send your units there, and then they're regenerating core health and white health at the same time. So, personal preference, that's why I do it. Whether or not you're supposed to do it, I don't know. And I think there's enough flexible meta to say that, you know, maybe some things are good, maybe some things aren't. Nice overkill on that fiend, actually. Kind of wasting that Shadow Demon's attacks on a unit that would, you know, had 1 health on it. A 3rd command post going down for Mokry. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now coming on over to the energy regen camp. Yeah, it's all really super stock standard stuff. Nothing really wacky. Do we have an upgrade structure yet? No, we don't. We do have a greater shrine, though. Unless he's building... No. Oh, there's the Hellspawn Resurgence. Super nice! Hellspawn Resurgence on shrines is something I didn't realize that I wanted until people told me. It's like, yeah, that's actually a really great way to get your eco, like, up and running a lot faster. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that. Now, does that turn into, like... Animus back? No, it doesn't. But it is nice to have money flowing in so you can spend it. Because as Infernals, you take a lot of damage. Like, your units die quite a bit. Gaunts are quite squishy. Fiends are very squishy. Things just die a lot. So having that money on hand to keep on building and building and building through a fight is good to have. And that's actually a skill that I need to work on myself is during a fight, just going to the W menu and hitting build, build, build. Just because I know my opponent can't remax as quickly as I can, especially if I've got some charges saved. What is he waiting for? You've got your entire force right. Like I've kind of just been like tap dancing with words, waiting for this this attack to start, but it's not happening. Oh my gosh! And nothing's being upgraded. Oh my gosh! DouDouuu. What are you doing, brother? Oh, he's waiting for his Magmadon to show up. Man, mags are slow. Everything in the Infernal Army is slow, but that's kind of the brand. It's kind of the brand. There we go. Now we see an effigy get thrown down. And look at how fast this white house is regenerating. It's still taking a little bit of core health, sure, but it's not like. I mean, imagine if he wasn't regenerating white health that entire time. He'd be hurting. Now he can go over there, and the lizard can eat the cabbage. Lizard can eat the cabbage. Lizard. And back on Mokry's side of the map, we're going to see a Vulcan that I thought was going to be trapped inside of these habitats, not be trapped, and he's actually going to come out. What do we see for aggression? Ooh! Couple of hedgehogs, couple of lancy boys. I like it, and they're going to start attacking this this iron vault. I know it's a lot of reflex that players like to put their production structures on Shroud the same way that StarCraft 2 players would put, you know, you're forced to build on creep if you're Zerg. Whoa! Beautiful Nightfall Infestation connection, and then all 3 Magmadons come forward and start getting great stomps off. Lancer's falling. Oh, his shield's up on that, Oh, but it gets stunned out of the thing. It gets pulled right back into like the mosh pit, the infernal mosh pit. Goes down pretty quickly once shields up runs out. That was a very clever use of the not clever, but very like quick thinking to use the Weaver to yoink that last Vulcan so it couldn't get away. That and the fact that all the forces behind it were kind of like completing the surround helped a bunch. And we carry on, carry on. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. Alright, Infernal's moving on forward here. Oh yeah, all these feeds just get shredded by the Vulcans there. Another thing that I do personally, and I don't know if this is something that pros like something that good players do, you know, is putting my Magmadons on a separate hotkey just so I can like get them to the front line. It drives me up a wall, absolutely up a wall, when I see my my Magmadons are trapped behind ranged units like Gaunts or Hellborn. Like if they're just back there and it's this expensive unit that can do great AoE damage and stun, and it's stuck behind ranged units that I don't want them to like stop shooting. No, it's unreasonable how angry that makes me. Good lashes here from the Weavers. Looks like there's a little bit of trouble happening here. All the Magmadons are down. Now we're only left with lightly armored units facing off against a Vulcan and a lot of Hedgehog. 4 Vulcans, excuse me. And a bunch of Hedgehogs. Yeah, it's time for DouDouuu to head home. And this is one DouDouuu that might be circling the drain. I'm so sorry. I'm done being immature. I'm done. It's a real name. It's very serious. I can't have these, you know. I'm a grown man with a career. Can't be having this nonsense, this poppycock. Nice lash. Another good lash. Superstone goes down. It's going to start DPSing down this med tech. Oh no, this Weaver needs to shift fire over onto this Vulcan though. Looks like the Magmadon was able to get a good connection on it. All the Weavers are dead. Magmadon decides to stomp on forward. Gets good stomps. But is it enough? I don't think it's going to be enough. The nano swarms from the medtechs on the Vulcans is going to be great. No, they should have stayed. They should have stayed. I mean, maybe we just need more energy on the medtechs before they're comfortable like pushing in and winning. Yeah, these level 2 Shadow Demons are going to be putting up a bit of a fight though. Do they kill that Vulcan? No, they don't. Just barely. Okay, they do manage to huddle together, though, to get the benefit from Nano Swarm. Yeah, that's another thing. Again, I don't know. I haven't played Vanguard since, like, 0.1. Just when I was testing it out, and the only factions were, like, Vanguard and Infernals. But I would imagine that Nano Swarm would do fantastic if you like clumped up your Vulcans before letting them shoot. Oh, like the flashes on the ground from the Vulcan weapon look so cool. This really is that one scene in the Matrix movie where like they're fighting off the robots with the mechs. Alright, they're getting good AoE here, and yeah, that's DouDouu's army completely decimated. DouDouuu, GG's out. Mokry goes up 1-1? I believe it's 1-1. GG's, guys. Alright, guys, here we are. Game 3 in the best of 3 in the lower bracket semifinals between Mokry and DouDouuu, I believe is the pronunciation of that name. All of you linguists out there can feel free to point at the monitor and laugh at me for my terrible pronunciation. I do apologize. If anyone knows what the correct pronunciation, please spell it phonetically for me. I doubt any of you is going to like record your voice with the correct pronunciation and send it to me. You can, but it seems like a lot more work than just, I don't know, finding a phonetic pronunciation for it. Okay, Vault over here, vault over there, vaults are making everywhere. We're going to see our Vanguard player make 2 barracks and a BK lab. Oh no, not getting the best connections out of his Lancers though. He needs to be doing like AoE hits with these Lancers. No, they're just hitting at max range right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, he needs to be getting in real close and really like hugging these opponents to get the max value out of them. Now the question is he gonna like let those? Okay, he's gonna let those 2 chill in there, which I love. I think healing is fantastic. The less money you have to spend on remaking a unit is great. Like, it's free. Healing at the camp is for free. Why are you not sending that Lancer back? Oh my god, dude. Wait. Okay. Woosah. We're okay. Frank, just ignore the fact that he's not getting cabbage. Ignore the fact that he's like very wounded and he's gonna come over here against these. Oh, is he gonna get good connections though? Yes, he is, because these melee Shadow Mastiffs they like to get right in the Lancer's chili, but the Lancers still don't have like the ideal wraparound to do AoE damage, but it's fine. They still managed to kill off the camp. Now will they come forward and ooh, a couple of fiends coming around to go see what's happening at the natural. The answer is not much, and this is like the meme where the 2 people in the cars like see each other passing, on their way to on the way back home. Their opponent grabbed their speed camp. It's kind of funny to think about, or it's like the Spider-Man pointing at himself meme. It's another classic. Alright, he's gonna get chased all the way back home. All the way back home. 1 Fel Hog, 2 Fel Hog, 3 Fel Hog, 4 Fel Hog. Dying for the cause. Don't let their death be in vain. We will rebuild. Oh, and a Stompy Boy comes out and says, nice to meet ya. It'd be a real shame if you lost everything here. Stompy Boy is getting he is well prioritized. The heavily armored stuff, and these very promoted exos are going to get very caught by all the fiends that are going to come out. I would say pop them and keep doing damage. There we go. The veteran goes down. Both exos go down, and all is right in the world. Alright, couple of bobs. Just a couple of bobs coming over here to do a little team building exercise. Get it? Get it? Because they're all building the same thing, like they're on a team, but it's a building project, so it's... You guys get it. You guys get it. Jokes are funnier when you explain them. Alright, a couple of exos are being rebuilt here, but I think that this, even with a flat cannon, this is not going to be the engagement that he wants. And it's only a single Bob that's building the sentry turret, so it's going to be... Okay, a couple more Bobs coming over to help build it up. But even with 3 Bobs, it's still taking a little time to come online. Flat cannon does have fantastic range. And actually, sending that dog on a... sending those Infernals on a wild goose chase with that dog was pretty clever. Even if they did go after it, it buys the Bobs time to throw up that sentry turret. But instead of attacking, DouDouu's going to come on over and take the Vision Camp, which is a good use of his time. Good Nightfall Infestation lanes on all those Exos, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Oh, and that Lancer could turn around and get the cabbage. Good job. And a Stompy Boy is out on the map, but I'm worried that he's going to be too slow. He's going to get caught by all these Exos. Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't mind throwing an FG like up here, so that way these guys are protected and regenerating on the retreat. Meanwhile, everything up here is just chilling. Not doing a whole lot. And the third finishes up for DouDouuu. Alright. Mokry taking basically every camp that's available on the map so far, minus a health camp and the 2 Luminites. That's something else that I've noticed, is that people don't like to grab the Luminites. And I'd be happier if they managed to get them earlier. But the struggle becomes, when do like, is there any strategery behind, like, so I main Infernals. Like, would it be better to just knock down these trees, and then your opponent has, like, they have to knock down trees if they want to get their bigger units in here to capture, but they never will. It's usually like a dog or a fiend that comes by and just runs by and captures the camp. I don't know. Or is it just better to, like, get rid of all the trees? Oh, I heard a sensor drone somewhere. There it is. Sensor drone goes over the natural, but it gets taken out by the Shroud Stone. Oh! Oh! He's dry heaving. Gonna get another shot off? He does. Another great Nightfall Infestation. Oh, with the stomps coming forward too would have been great. That poor medtech keeps on getting stunned and can't really ever make it back. You need effigies, dude. The infestation is too good against, like, tier 1 units to not be infesting the tier 1 units. I think okay, so the Lancer barely has north of 210 health, which means that Infest is... So Infest got a rework in that it no longer does percent max health, and I think the cutoff point for efficiency was 200. So if an enemy unit has more than 200 health, it's worse for Infest. But if it has less than 200 health, then it's better for Infest. I thought Lancer did die, but I mean, it's barely above 200 health. Does it really matter all that much? Maybe. Driving this health camp is fantastic though for Mokry. You just gotta, like, commit or get off the pot. Another meat farm going down here for DouDouuu. And, oh! I hear something else happening. Oh. Oh. My ears perked up like a German Shepherd. You know when a German Shepherd hears something and their ears go, like, straight up. 2 little triangles. That's what happened, but I thought I heard a Shroud Stone shooting at something, but I guess not. Hellspawn Resurgence on a shrine to make imps to go where? Oh, wow. 13 imps on this Therium patches. They are busy boys. No, but the Exos come on over, and this is what I mean. Okay. This is what I mean. These Hellborn are fantastic units, and they got a great buff this patch, but boy, do they get in the way of absolutely everything. Oh! Down goes the drop. And I think it was full, too. I don't know if it was mostly full or completely full. I think it was completely full. Anyway, the Shrine's going to continue building. See more getting thrown down here, but it's just meat farms. It's nothing of, like, critical significance. But, again, Mokry is just floating so much Luminite. Oh, my God. Rusty, I just read your comment, and I love it, if I'm going to be honest. And we'll talk about Rusty's comment after this fight. It looks like all the Exos are getting cleaned up, the Medtechs are going to get cleaned up, and now it's just a couple of Exos and the Medtech going their separate ways. Probably going to go somewhere else. So, back to what I was saying earlier about Rusty's comment. Rusty Shacky is a guy in the chat, and he clearly played Heroes of the Storm, the Blizzard game, the Blizzard MOBA, which was fantastic. I don't know why they stopped supporting it. It was a lot of fun. It had a really cool, unique spin that other MOBAs weren't doing. But one of the creatures, one of the heroes that you can play is Asmodon, I think. That's his name. And he has a skin where instead of a fireball that looks very similar to the fireball that the Hellborn shoots, he has basketball, and he wears a basketball jersey, and he's got basketball shorts. So like, and all the sound effects were basketball themed. Rusty Shacky, a certified guy in the chat, said, "Hell LeBron," like the basketball that that Asmodon used to have. And you know what? I think it's genius. I love it, and I can't wait for a basketball skin for the Hellborn. Or honestly, like their animation kind of lends itself well to a volleyball as well. Like the way they kind of like lift up the fireball, it could almost be like a volleyball serve. I wouldn't hate it. Helicarriers on the map now, but there's only one of them. I'm really hoping we're going to see more than... Yeah, we've got that one. Okay, 2 more helicarriers on the way. One's about to finish, but holy smokes, they are expensive. Maybe that's what Mokry was saving up his money for. Oh, stomping on forward. Another Nightfall Infestation on top of these bobs, and a stomp would do wonders. There's the Hellborn blocking every single unit from getting into the fight. Nice bombing runs going down here. Yeah, not nearly enough getting done. Shields up, goes down to the helicarrier, and it's very protected, but very much not doing much. So many lances are trapped behind the exos as well. That's unfortunate. No, I think there's just too much DouDouuu here. There's DouDouuu all over the natural. Yeah, you can see the lasting effects of that DouDouuu has when it was just overpowering the natural. Couple of bobs did manage to survive the DouDouuu overflow that happened over here, but looks like we will back up. DouDouuu will, and he's going to get some reinforcements. I think that he could do with a little bit of maybe some perma effigy like back here or something, just to heal up some white health, because the amount, I keep saying it, like look at this. This Magmadon has 95 points of white health, and that's with 20 armor. Like, Magmadons are beasts. It just makes no sense not to have white health recovery. Oh, Helicarrier is gonna get a good bombing run. Complete whiff. Least effective bombing run in the history of bombing runs, possibly ever. Ooh, Molten Touch is going to continue to do damage. Oh, all these Hellborn are going to be able to knock it out of the sky. That's a Helicarrier dying for free, which is unfortunate. And these Hellborns are going to stomp on forward. Absolutely nothing is getting infested by these gaunts because they're all off the shroud. There we go. And Mokry, GG's. His entire army has been wiped out. Only 101 supply to 200 and nearly 50 supply of DouDouuu. Just drowning Mokry. So that'll be it. DouDouu's going to take the series 2-1. GG's, guys.